Hey, Raleigh. How are you? Hi, Miss Chelaraj.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Good. It's good to see
Glad
you.
to- Good to see you too. It's been many, many months, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Luke won't be able to join us today.
That's fine. You'll be a perfect representative of the class. Not a problem.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you hear us okay, Raleigh?
I certainly can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I don't know if you've met Miss Chelaraj, one of our class of 2022 at E3.
Wonderful.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
How many days to graduation?
I don't know off the top of my head.
No,
It's coming quick,
Let's get a
though.
plebe in here, huh?
I was just going
I
to say,
know.
find a plebe. Find a plebe. Counting them down, though, aren't you?
Yes, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming quick.
Good. Yeah. It will slow down as it gets closer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything's back to normal now with COVID slowly going away. So it's been good. We've had a normal first year.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Full participation at the football games, packing the stands. Good.
Oh yes, lots of non-cadets back, so that's nice.
Good.
Back to full stadium.
Yeah. Good to
Yep.
hear. I see a
Yes.
couple other people trying to sign in. We'll wait a little bit here. I think that's Hey, John Featherstone.
Hey, Chuck, Raleigh,
How are you?
good. And looks like Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yes,
Have you met Alyssa, John, on one of our?
I have not.
Yeah,
I have not.
She and Luke Davey are the two class of 2022 that are kind of our 50-year affiliation reps for the company. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
Alyssa, what is your hometown? Where are you from?
I'm from Parsippany, New Jersey, so I'm only an hour away, sir.
Where in
Nice.
New Jersey?
Parsippany. So I don't know if you're familiar
Parsippany,
with
yes.
Morris
Okay.
County.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Very good.
Yes.
I see
Short drive home.
Mike Jones is trying to sign in here. Hey,
Oh.
Mike Jones.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, John.
How
Raleigh.
are you tonight?
Oh, John's eating while we're at our meeting here. That's good, John.
Have an adult
You know?
beverage. Is that okay?
Oh, that's
It's a result of Ranger School. Eat when you can.
and sleep when you can. Yeah.
Standing up, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Mike Jones, where are you now? You down in Georgia, back home? Where are you?
Well, I guess they're both home, but I'm in Spokane.
Okay.
Actually, Liberty Lake is the name of the town, but
But I think the last time we chatted with you were with one of your kids down in Georgia. Is that right?
yeah, I've got two kids in Atlanta. Never thought I'd have any on the East Coast, especially in the South. But my one son works for CDC. He's published a lot of papers on the COVID situation.
Yeah. Good.
And
Mike, have you met Miss Chelaraj, Cadet Chelaraj? I don't know if you've met her yet or not.
no, I don't think I have.
Yeah,
Hi, sir. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Yeah, Alyssa is one of the two class of 2022 50-year affiliation reps for E3.
Well,
I asked her to
hopefully
join.
we can-
Yeah, I asked her to join in case we had any questions about, and she started mentioning before you signed on some of the recovery from COVID that's going on up there, and she'll fill us in a little bit once. I'm going to wait another minute or two. I know Jimmy Barnes said he would be joining, and I'm going to wait here another minute or so. So, Feather, what's going on in the Dayton area? The Dayton area.
Well, Cincinnati, really Mason.
Yeah,
Um,
since I,
Well, let's see, Tuesday, got back at midnight from visiting my dad and his wife in San Pedro, California, which is southern LA on the coast. So he's going to be 91 in November, and just went out and helped him with a couple things. Go over. I'm the executor of his estate, so we went over stuff and made sure if he's incapacitated, I can write checks, I can pay bills, and just kind of get things in order. So we did that. We got a trip in October to Georgia. Cynthia's got a 90-year-old aunt. We're trying to do some of that work down there. So things I never thought were on my bucket list are on my list to do for some of the older family members.
right.
Our youngest son is home, but he's raising support to go back to Turkey as a missionary. And he just finished 2 years in a seminary just north of Orlando. And let's see what else is going on. Spend a lot of time with grandkids who are here. We've got 3 that are local, 7, 4, and 3.
Mm.
And we had lunch with them today. Oh my gosh, the noise level. So, kids are for young people. What else?
Yeah.
Our dog lost 4 pounds, which is good. She's down to 196.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
What,
She's
a
got a
mastiff?
bikini.
Yeah, a mastiff?
Yeah, she's an English Mastiff. She's got her bikini figure again. So.
Takes
Well, I
after
hope-
you.
What's that?
Takes after you.
No, not hardly. I'm looking for the barrel.
Yeah. So everybody's
Um,
seen that Bill's joined us. Yeah.
Hey, Bill. And our oldest son lives in Florida. Gosh, this is terrible. This happens when you get old.
Yeah.
I can find him, but oh my gosh, he lives. Anyway, he lives in Florida on the East Coast. 4 kids. So the oldest one will be 21 in November, down to 13. So we're going to go there in December, and that's pretty much the travel plans.
Good. Good. Everybody's healthy though, John, correct?
Thankfully, we are.
Good.
My son and his wife have had COVID in Florida and have recovered. They think maybe one of the kids is getting it.
Mm.
I think that's about it.
Okay. Raleigh, you haven't joined us in quite a while. Can you fill us in on any exciting or fun things that you've been doing?
Still 10 kids. You haven't.
Yeah,
Raise that
10
number.
children. We have
55
28
total.
grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. So that's news for us.
Yeah.
They came to visit. They live out in Colorado, so they came over and visited for about a week with us. It was great to see our first great-grandchild.
Wow.
What everybody's doing. They're scattered hither and yon.
Mhm.
6 of our families are local, and 4 of them are away, mostly out on the West Coast, California, Nevada.
Good. You still working with Academy Leadership, Raleigh?
I am tailoring back a little bit. I just have a couple of people who are from the class of '85 who are with me and in this market, and so I'm still the lead for it.
Mm-hmm.
Tailoring back, just specializing a little bit in some things.
Yeah. Good. All right. Mike Jones, you told us you're back in Washington. Everybody healthy COVID-wise in your family?
COVID wise, everything's well. Susan and I are both getting older, and that, as we all know, it's a challenge. When we almost have our own pharmacy and
Yeah.
fill a closet with the medications.
Yeah. How they doing for you though?
It's a fine balance between the dyskinesia is like when I'm rocking back and forth, or feeling the cogwheel rigidity and some of the lack of ability to kind of adjust the speech and
Yeah.
things that I would like to do better. But that's just the way life goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember how you responded to the 50 reunion survey. Did you say perhaps or yes or no? I don't recall.
I said yes, as long as I can physically manage it.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Some days getting out of bed feel like I'm Velcroed to the thing.
Yeah. Well, I hope you stay mobile enough that you'll feel comfortable coming, and that as you recall, I didn't look at the details of everybody's response, but if you indicated that there were any mobility or dietary kind of issues, we'll take care of it at the reunion. So, yeah,
I don't have any of those at this point.
Good.
I went kayaking 2 weeks ago with my grandkids here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Only dumped myself in the water once, which was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. Good.
And I'm still balanced enough to ride a bike, though I have to be careful on tight corners because I'm not as agile as I once was.
Understood. Yeah.
And
good.
I don't think I bounce, but I haven't tried it recently, so I
Okay.
figure I'll break or shatter rather than bounce. But we'll just keep on until I get to that point, and I'll probably have to be pulled off the bike or out of the car.
Got it.
My family to know when enough's enough.
Yeah.
I've never really done that before.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you feel you're doing okay. I understand that you feel like you're living in a pharmacy, but please keep doing what you're doing. You sound good. You look good. I'm glad you joined us tonight. Yeah.
Well, my wife's really been pushing me to make sure I get all the required voice therapy, the physical treatments, physical therapy, aerobic exercise. By the time I finish everything and get the recommended amount of sleep, it's 2 in the afternoon.
All right.
That used to be by the time I was going home. Now I'm just crawling out of bed.
Yeah, that's okay.
But some days that's a victory in itself.
Yeah. Understood. All right. Will Harlan, tell us about yourself. Since the last time we spoke? It's quite a while.
Last time I saw
The last couple of months. How about that? Yeah.
It's hot as hell in Florida.
What's that?
It's hot as hell and rainy and
It's Florida. It's hot as hell. We understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You been to see the girls recently?
Yeah, we went over Labor Day weekend and 4th of July weekend up to see Elizabeth and Charlotte. Catherine was in Vermont all summer, like she has been the last 7 or 8 summers at the camp that she worked for. She may be changing camps to follow her mentor, the director of this Camp Lockern that she's been with. He's leaving and wants her to follow him to a new camp. So we're waiting to see how that plays out. Elizabeth is about 6 months away from finishing residency and having a job. She's starting to look for jobs, so she'll have one next summer as a attending physician rather than as a resident.
Yeah. How's Betty?
So not much has changed. What?
Does she have a specialty?
Family medicine,
Family medicine?
basic general practice.
Okay.
She likes the
That's
opportunity to get
that's
to
the
know the
biggest
people
shortage right
rather
now.
Yeah, well, somebody told her that you won't get rich, but you won't get doctor rich necessarily, but you'll always have a job
Yeah, that's
as
true.
a family medicine doctor.
Yeah.
And so she likes getting to know the family and the patient as a person rather than just getting to know their illness or disability.
Mm.
So she
Sounds like
likes
she'll be a
the
good doctor.
opportunity that family medicine has, provides for that, since you're a generalist and not a specialist.
Good. How's Betty doing?
Good. Well, good. She stays in touch with the girls on the phone, and Daniel lives with us now. So we see him and we talk to the girls.
Yeah.
So
Good.
visit them when we can.
But health is okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame that in the era of COVID, you got to ask, is everybody doing okay with COVID?
Yeah. We haven't, I guess Elizabeth got her booster. Everybody's been vaccinated. Early this year, we all got vaccinated.
Yeah.
So, and my office, I'm working for the property appraiser now. Some of the guys know that already. I retired in 2017, and the elected property appraiser asked me to come back to work 2 years later.
Yeah.
With him, in-house counsel with him, so that he didn't have to get to know some new lawyer for his last year and a half of a 40-year career,
Wow.
10
Wow.
4-year terms. And he knew he wasn't going to run again, so he wanted to, he's not a next door neighbor, but a close neighbor in Micanopy on the south side of Micanopy here. And so we knew each other, and on the guy before me passed away, and on the steps of the funeral service for that lawyer, the property appraiser kind of wiggled his finger at me, come over here, and asked me if I was ready to go back to work.
Yeah.
After 2 years of retirement. So we talked about the details and all, and it's, I guess I'm a sucker for being asked, and that probably worked in his favor. So I'm back with that. Now we have a new property appraiser, and she and I are getting to know each other a little better, and I'll probably stay sometime next year. Probably it will be a good time to transition.
Good. All right. Hey, Alyssa, why don't you first give us a summary of the company. Is the class of 2022 in E3 the same as it was when you started out freshman year, and people moved in or out, left the Corps? And then just tell us a little about what you did this past summer and what you're doing now as part of the leadership.
Sounds good. So right now we actually had our first scramble this past summer. So we have the plebes calling minutes here. I can show you guys if you'd like to see.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, we need to hear this.
What is
This
that?
is our CO.
No.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Hey,
Hi.
how are you? Sounds like they're singing the minutes. Are they singing the minutes? What are they doing?
They're a little quiet, sir. So we've had the new plebes come in, the class of 2025, and then
So wait a
we've had
minute. Step back a second. You said you had your first scramble this past year. So
What
how
is a
many?
scramble?
How many? That's when they shuffle the companies. What class scrambled?
So the incoming cows, so the class of 2023
Oh, okay.
scrambled, and from what we've heard is that's going to be the new at least for the next foreseeable future, next few years, they're going to be scrambling the cow class.
So 2022 did not scramble.
We didn't, and the only reason was because of COVID, so we got
Oh.
saved a little bit. But
Okay.
so we have the new cows and the new plebes in our company, so it does feel a little bit different. We've had to do a lot of getting to know people, getting readjusted, but it's been good. Person you just saw right now is our company commander, Andrew Hip. So he's been doing a really good job, and then we have a new first sergeant, Mark Malone. So it's been really good coming into the school year. Like I said, now that COVID's kind of winding down, football games are back to normal. We're able to do a lot more as a company and just get to go to in-person classes and things like that. So it's been really good.
To my original question, are the same 30 some that you started with plebe year still in the company, or did some of those?
So we've had a few people that have had to leave for medical reasons. So we've had, I don't know if you're familiar with names, but Dirksing, he left last year right before affirmation. He got pretty sick. And then before that, we had Weich leave. That was a while back. And Harrison Harper. I think Harrison Harper was there for the meeting when your class came and met with us, but he left after that, shortly after. And now I believe he's at MIT. So that's it from our class. Nothing larger than that, yeah.
So tell us a little about you. What did you do this past summer, and what are you doing now in the chain of command?
Yeah, so I'm still pursuing the pre-med track. So this year was kind of like the determining year. I took the MCAT, did a lot of my research requirements and things like that. This summer I did CTLT at Fort Bliss with the military police unit, which was definitely not necessarily something that I was like looking into, but I was put into it and I enjoyed it a lot. I got tased and I got OC sprayed. So that was an interesting experience. It was good though. Definitely learned a lot. But right now I'm still just going through applications, interviews for med schools. I'm the XO for the company this semester, so that's been fun. Yeah, so it's been good.
Yeah.
What's Luke? Sorry, go ahead, sir.
What's Luke doing? That's what I was going to ask.
I was just going to say. So he's our trust officer this semester, but I do have to brag a little bit for him. He was one of the few people out of the whole school that got a 600 on his ACFT. He would never tell you that, but he's really killing it right now. He's really busy, but he's doing really good. So he's our trust officer for the semester.
Yeah. Now that's
the new test that we saw demonstrated a year ago.
Yes. So really challenging. There's like not a lot of people. It's not similar to the old one where a lot of people are able to max it. This one's a lot more challenging to max. Yeah. So his picture is up at the comms hallway, commandant's hallway. So yeah.
How many maxed it? You know, how many in the Corps?
I think it's about 30 right now since it started. So
good.
Yes. Yeah.
So has anybody distinguished themselves either academically or athletically from the E3 2022?
So actually, one of our class of 22 females, Jill Schiffer, I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you, but she actually she was a Beast company commander this past summer, and she got best company commander for the whole detail, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we've had a lot of people go up to higher leadership. So over the summer, we had someone as the Beast executive officer. We had someone as the Beast S3. So they all got the key leader details, which was really cool. Good representation from E3.
Does anybody from E3 2022 occupy battalion, regimental, or corps positions?
Yes. So Reed Bauer is our battalion commander this semester. And then Nicholas Shriver is our regimental S4. So he deals with supply and things like that. So yeah, that's our big positions this semester.
Good. Well, you know, Raleigh and Bill were big muckety mucks back in '72, also in the.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Raleigh for sure.
Yeah, Raleigh for sure. That's right. Yeah.
What were
I
you,
was-
sir?
I was in charge of seating in the mess hall for 3 months, the winter months. Second detail, assistant brigade S4.
Wow.
That was, you know, I don't even want to
Raleigh,
think about
Raleigh, tell her what your position is.
I was regimental commander.
Regimental.
Wow.
it.
commander.
Regimental commander.
Big shot. Big shot. That's right. That's right.
That's very cool.
Good. Well, let me go around the table and see if you have any specific questions for Alyssa. We don't want to keep her from studies or anything. Raleigh, you have anything you want to ask Alyssa about the company or herself or the course?
Well, Alyssa, you mentioned medical track. Are you thinking about you said the military police was a good experience. Is that a branch that you would entertain?
I think so. I didn't really know a lot about, I don't know, from school, military police has always just had like a different stigma. People have generally stayed away from it. But this was my first experience actually seeing it in person, and I really liked it. I like the mission set of their main job is really here when they're in garrison. That's when they're like actually they're able to actually do their jobs when they're on patrols and things like that. So I enjoyed that. So it's definitely up there.
Yeah, good.
Anything else, Raleigh?
Nope, that's good.
John Featherstone, you have any questions for Alyssa?
I don't tonight. Thanks.
All right, very good. Mike Jones, anything you'd like to know from Alyssa?
Where are you planning on going to medical school if you can?
I'm interested in the military medical school in Bethesda at Walter Reed. UShoes. That would be my top one right now. So we'll see. I have an interview for them next week.
Good luck.
Where did you go, Mike? I can't remember.
I went to the University of Utah for
Okay.
College of Medicine.
Okay.
We
The
all have a
military
good
medical
friend.
school.
I'm sorry.
What
Go
was
ahead,
that?
Michael.
Go ahead, Mike.
The military medical school had just started, and I wasn't sure it was going to continue. So I rather, it would have been nice to stay in the military for the 4 years, but I think it's good to get a little different experience as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I applied to other schools too, just because of that. There's definitely pros and cons that I'm seeing, but we'll see. We'll see in the next few months.
We all have a good friend, our classmate in F3, John Baker, who was his last Army assignment in the JAG Corps was the general counsel of that school, the Uniform
wow.
Services. And then he was a civilian GS 15, probably. They converted the job to a civilian position, and he filled that for several years after he retired from the Army. And so he knows a lot about that school and its processes as they were at least 20 years ago, probably.
Oh, wow.
Bill, you have anything you'd like to ask specifically, Alyssa? Did you volunteer to be tased, or did they line you up on the wall and shoot it at you?
We volunteered.
Yeah.
It was a volunteer, but like highly suggested to do it.
Right.
Yeah. I think going through the gas mask tent would be easier than being tased.
I think so.
Wouldn't frighten me as much as being tased. That seems like bad stuff.
Somebody joined by phone in the last couple of minutes. Who is that?
I think that might be me, Chuck. Jim.
Hi, Jim. Hi,
Jimmy
Jim.
Barnes.
Sir.
Better late than never.
I don't know if you can see who's on with us. If you can, it's me, Raleigh, Feather, Mike Jones, Bill Harlan, Alyssa, Chelaraj, and you. So we've kind of all updated each other. If you'd give us a quick update on what's going on with the Barneses, and then if you have any questions for Alyssa.
We just had a group of the family coming in for a couple days, and so that's what I've been doing is being involved with them. And other than that, there's really nothing much for me to
Yeah.
to
Okay.
bring up, except that I'm starting at the gym again, starting tomorrow. I've been out for quite a while and everything. I got out of the exercise and everything, but starting tomorrow morning, I'm going to get back into it.
Slacker.
You.
You're a slacker.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
actually, I saw you doing the whole thing, so that kind of got me to do it.
Oh, I set the example. Hey, that's
Gym
great.
member of the year or something like that.
Yeah, well, something like that. Yeah. Hey, Jim,
So
Alyssa.
one of Alyssa's classmates maxed the new PT test that seemed like you
Really?
were up there and saw it demonstrated in person.
Hey, well, I have a question for you then, Alyssa. What's on the new PT test?
So there's so it starts with a deadlift. So that's just with a hex bar, and then it goes to a ball throw. So it's with a 10-pound medicine ball, and it's backwards behind your back.
Okay.
And then you go to do a T push-up. I don't know if you're familiar with the T push-up, but it's like you go all the way to the ground, then you lay on the ground, and then you push yourself all the way up. And then there's this thing called the sprint drag carry. So in the sprint drag carry, you sprint a certain distance, then you run back. You carry two 45-pound kettlebells there and back, and then you pull a 90-pound sled there and back, and then you do the 45 kettlebell again, and then you sprint again. And that's within a certain amount of time. So that's kind of like a relay.
Sure.
After that, we do leg tucks. So I was on the bars, and then you go straight into the 2-mile run.
John, just
So
to let
for-
you know, there's a video on the original E3 website. When Jimmy and I were up there watching them take the test, it shows every one of those events, and except for the run, there's no value in looking at people run. So. But all the other events, the deadlift and the sprint drag, whatever you called that, and yeah, it's a pretty tough test. It's a pretty tough test. Yeah. Just to let you know, Alyssa's the XO of the company this year, or this detail, I guess it's called, right? Yeah, good.
2 details or
person-
3?
What was that, sir?
2 details in the school year or 3?
2.
Just 2.
Yes.
All right. Good.
And Mr. Barnes, I just wanted the person who maxed the ACFT was actually Luke Davey. The
It
other.
was Luke.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was Luke, you said?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You have to send them a note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Alyssa, we don't want to keep you. Oh, I know. One last question. Tell me about the new tech.
Oh, yes. Captain Verdi. She was actually planning on attending tonight, but they're going on a staff ride to Maryland, I believe, tonight for the next 3 days. So she's traveling right now. But she wanted me to say hello to all of you for her. She's doing well. She's transitioning. We still have our old TAC NCO, Master Sergeant Engstrom, who is now our regimental senior enlisted leader. So he's really high up right now. He's been able to help her kind of get adjusted, get to know the company a little bit. So she's doing really well. We like her a lot generally. So it's been good.
And
Go ahead,
what's her name again? What's her name again?
Captain Nicole Rohde.
ROTTE, I think, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering how that was said. Yeah, Rhodey.
Is she there with your
Dr. Nicole.
family?
Of the academy?
Yes, she is. She was part of the zoo, I believe, when she was here.
Part of the zoo?
What's that?
Yes.
What's the
company.
zoo?
I'm trying to remember what company zoo. I think it's
F2?
F2. Yes.
F2 Zoo.
F2 Zoo. Okay.
No change.
Does she have a family there, or is she by herself?
She does. Actually, her husband works in DMI.
Oh.
So he is a captain as well, and he works teaching military science. And then she has 2 little boys.
Good.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, if there's no other questions for Alyssa, I'd like to set her free so she can go back and do exo stuff or academic stuff or whatever she has to do, or just go goof off in the hallway. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
Alyssa,
sure,
thank
I
you.
also, I
Thanks
just
for
wanted to say
taking the
we
time.
have, yes, we have those monthly emails coming back. We have someone who's going to be sending one out hopefully at the
good.
end of this month. So
We
we'll make
enjoy
sure we
them.
have
Yeah.
all of you on the email
Good.
on that as well.
Good. We appreciate
And also, we have one event this semester, a Trail of the Fallen. We haven't solidified a date yet.
that. We're
Oh,
doing
But
it again. When?
Oh,
yes,
Oh.
we typically do it once a semester, but we're hoping, so we're thinking of either October 2nd or November, I believe November 12th. But
Well, maybe-
we haven't confirmed those yet. We'll let you know.
Yeah, please do, because I know Jim Barnes went there a couple of years ago, or was it last
Yes.
year, Jim? 2 years.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a hike up the mountain?
Yes, sir. Same one.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, please let us
Alyssa,
know.
Alyssa, do you have your ring?
I do. Yes, actually, I'm
see
wearing
that.
it right now.
Yeah.
There you go. Good looking. What's the stone there that you have?
It's an opal.
Opal.
Oh, nice, nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. Very
So
nice.
listen, I don't want to keep piling on here, but at graduation, I noticed female cadets, some with their hair up like they have been for the past few years, and a great number with their hair braided or pulled together and down on their backs. What's the deal with that?
So
And-
just recently, Sergeant Major of the Army, yes,
Yeah.
they had a new regulation that allows females to wear their hair in a ponytail or a certain braid, as long there's like specific standards for it. But that was just recently, and there's also a few other just grooming standards that have changed. So like nail polish, females can wear earrings and more uniforms, and there's some for males as well. But yes, that's all just like 2 or 3 months recent, so very recent.
Are most of the female cadets wearing it up or down?
It's still about 50-50 now. There's a lot of people who are still doing the hair up, and then some people who are doing it down.
It's more work to put it down, right?
More work to put it down? Some people, yes.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
it's definitely
Alyssa.
nice though for wearing our ACHs in the field.
Right,
It's definitely a lot
Right. Exactly.
more comfortable. Yes.
Alyssa, thank you very much for your time. Make sure
Thank
you extend our best wishes to everybody in the class of 2022 E3. Please let us know when your hike's going to be, whether it's October, November, up the mountain. I'm sure maybe more than just Jimmy Barnes would like to attend this year if we can work it into the schedule. So, and it'd be
Yes.
fun to meet Captain Rhodey. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much. You're
Thank
free to
you.
take over. Yeah. Thanks again.
Grandpa,
Okay.
be Navy.
Goodbye. Goodbye talking to you.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you too, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
All right. Anybody got anything else to say for the good of the company? Raleigh, what'd you think about the results of the survey? I don't know if anybody, the class survey that I think everybody here participated in about the reunion was very well responded to. I think we said, 78% of the class, the existing living graduates responded. So it was
Right.
it was an excellent turnout. And I think we've got about 78% of those 78% had indicated they are going to be attending. So, and most of them have already locked in hotel rooms also. So again, what's going on with me? Let's see. Everybody talked about them and me. Nothing much really. Everybody here is healthy. I've been doing a bunch of junk work around the house, had a new patio poured, concrete, and there's all that jazz. I built my own fire pit, a natural gas fired fire pit out of I got a spherical head off of an old large propane tank like you'd see in somebody's backyard to heat their house. Cut off the end of it, created a tray and bought a burner assembly, and I got an old aluminum truck wheel and used it as a pedestal to sit the hemispherical head on, and fed the gas line up from underneath. It's really pretty nice. Worked out pretty well. Yeah. Oh,
Chuck,
last
do you
night
still get free natural gas?
I do. Well on the back of the property. Yeah, free gas. Well, yeah, that well's going to run dry one of these days. My wife keeps telling me you better make arrangements to tie into the local commercial gas line, and I said, worry about it when the gas runs out.
Just hope it's not winter.
That's exactly right. That's what she tells me. This is going to be the winter it runs out. Last night, interestingly, well, for one, surprisingly, the Youngstown State University, I don't know if you remember, I taught ROTC there for 4 years. They had the ROTC has an annual alumni reunion that I was invited to, as they invite me to every year, and they said this year you really should be there. So when I went there, they presented me with the Cincinnatus Award. Cincinnatus, anybody know who Cincinnatus is? He was a Roman apparently who was a great general, and after one of the major wars that the Romans prevailed in, he went back to his wife and his farm, and then some other group came in and they pleaded with Cincinnatus to please take up arms again and save us, and he did. And they offered him to become emperor, and he said, "Nah, I'm going to go back to the farm with the old lady and raise crops." And it happened a third time, and he went out and did his duty, and then returned to the farm. And the Cincinnatus Award, apparently, it's not just done at YSU, I don't think, but it's presented to those veterans who have devoted time to service to community beyond just their military service. So I was presented that award last night. It's a rather big fancy plaque. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and put it on the website.
And it's the Society of Cincinnatus, isn't that the organization?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's who does it. Yeah.
And was George Washington the first honoree, or founded it? Or something?
I know.
But General, that's kind of like his story. He left and went back to Mount Vernon, and then he was called back.
And they wanted him to become a service. That's a good point. You're right. He might have been the first.
I thought he was connected with it somehow.
I don't know. They didn't give the background of it. They just said this year's winner is boom. Take it. So, General Davis, the commanding general of Cadet Command, was there to present it. It was nice.
Nice. Wow.
That's all I got.
Very good. That's quite an honor.
Yeah, it was. It was an honor.
Is there a film of the presentation to you?
Yeah, they were taking pictures, and I think somebody was filming it. If their pictures and film are posted, I'll put a link to it somewhere.
That's right up there with Gym Member of the Week or something.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, maybe a little more. Yeah, I don't. Again, the Youngstown State University, you have to have been affiliated with the university somehow, and normally this is given to an ROTC graduate. I think I'm the first one non-ROTC graduate that it's been. In fact, General Davis, who's an ROTC graduate, gave some dig about me being a West Point graduate, and we really are reluctant to give this to a West Point guy, but we'll do it anyway. So it was fun. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for attending this evening. Jimmy Barnes, thanks for phoning in. We appreciate you joining us, even if it was late. Anybody have
my knees are still, Chuck, my knees are still hurting me from your photo taking pictures on that day.
Yeah, it was a fun time. We got to do that again.
It was fun for you,
Around the table, one last comment. Raleigh, anything else?
Nothing else to add.
All
Great
right,
to see
John,
everybody.
good to see you, Raleigh. It's been a while. I see you on those reunion calls, but John Featherstone, anything?
No, thanks for coordinating this, Chuck.
You bet. Mike Jones, any parting comments?
Just one. I forgot to mention that my youngest son, who works for the Public Health Service, was promoted to 05 due to his work with COVID. And the big thing he said is he doesn't have to salute his older brother, who's in 05 in the Air Force. But
Yeah,
I told him that both of you still have to salute me.
that's right. Don't let them ever forget. That's right. Okay, well, thanks for that. Bill Harlan, anything else?
Raleigh Desert Florida Gators just about beat Alabama yesterday.
Yeah,
Almost.
I watched
That was
part of
close.
that game. That was incredible. What a game.
Yeah.
Lou just joined.
Yeah.
I made it.
Well, stick around for a few minutes, everybody. If you can stick
Without
around
your
online,
cadet.
everybody.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
if everybody can hang on a little, we'll hear from Lou a little bit on what's been going on with him. Jimmy Barnes is on the phone, and you can see who's on the video, Lou. So,
Yeah, good to see everybody.
yeah, anything you'd like to let us know? You missed Alyssa Chelaraj, one of the cadets, filled us in on what was going up at the academy. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for being late. We actually had a combined birthday dinner for my daughter Tara and my son Tony. So
Yeah, there was some. I saw that one picture of Tara's on the Facebook page at
yeah,
holding balloons or whatever I can't remember. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Good.
hers was on the 14th and Tony's is tomorrow. So we just combined them and did them both tonight.
Sure. And how old's Tony?
He'll be 41.
Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm glad you dialed in, logged in, even if just for a few minutes. So we were just getting ready to end the call. So
No,
Right.
nothing much new to report.
how's the Washington football team doing?
Well, I'm not a fan, so I don't really care
Okay.
how the
How the Yankees do? Did Cleveland beat the
Yan-
Yankees again today? I
The
think they
Yankees
did.
are blowing it. The Yankees
Yeah,
are
they
blowing it.
are. That's right. All right, everybody. I got to run too. Thank
Okay.
you for dialing in. Thanks for dialing in. Good to see everybody's face. Good talking to you, Jimmy.
Good to see you
And,
guys.
I will,
Nice talking to
Lou,
you too.
Lou, I will post. I've recorded this video conference out like I typically do. I'll post a link to it so you can kind of
Cool.
replay it on your own and see what went on.
That'd
Yeah,
be
Alyssa
fun.
had some interesting things to say about E3 today.
Yeah.
You won't want to miss that.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening and stay healthy. Good evening.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Good seeing
everybody.
seeing
So,
everybody.
Time with you.
Bye. Bye.